Hi, my name is Randy Sheets and I just came back from the Dominican Republic. Well, the trip started out supposed to be a medical mission trip. And on the same series of days, 3 unrelated doctors called and canceled out on the mission trip. So the guy that was leading the trip thought a minute, called the missionary in the Dominican Republic and said, "We have a problem." And they prayed it over and decided that maybe this was supposed to be a discipleship trip. So they changed the direction, they sought some teachers and preachers and changed the whole direction of the trip. And ultimately we went and we served in villages and schools during the day and taught and preached in churches at night. Our team consisted of 9 people, actually from 5 different churches and 3 different denominations. It included people from Tampa and people from Virginia that actually heard about the trip through the Virginia Military Academy. We were able to minister and share the gospel with over 1,000 people. We fed more than 1,200 people, and we saw more than 100 people come to Christ during that week. The first time we walked into the classroom, as we're walking in, the guy leading the trip said, "Randy, you're going to share the gospel," with no advanced warning. And so I used the gospel wheel from Awana, which I've known from the last 4 years serving in the Awana program, and I presented the gospel and at least 20 kids came forward. And then when we went to the next classroom, a 9-year-old girl shared the gospel with a bracelet. And again, 20 kids came forward. And then when we went to the next classroom, somebody used the Roman road to share the gospel. And again, 15 or 20 kids came forward. And we quickly realized that it wasn't the messenger. It was the message and it was the work of the Spirit. I would strongly encourage anyone considering going on a trip to prayerfully consider it. And then I would encourage you to go, because it is a life-changing experience. We described it as a mountaintop experience with God. And seeing Him move and seeing the hunger for the gospel of Jesus Christ in these other countries is a very humbling thing. And to see the power of the Holy Spirit and what God did during the week that we were in the Dominican Republic was a life-changing event. The harvest in these foreign countries is plenty and the workers are few. And it's time for all of us to become workers. And I think the people in the Dominican Republic would say the same thing about the United States. And the harvest is plenty in the United States. And again, the workers are few. So it's time for the members of First Baptist Church to step outside the walls of this church and share the gospel of Jesus Christ here and abroad. I'm Randy, we're First Baptist, and together we thrive.